Guam Department of Public Health Director James Gillen says their contract with the Government of Guam Association of Retired Persons, or GARP-SPIMA, to operate and manage senior centers will expire at the end of this month. And because of budget constraints, they can't do much to retain the long-serving nonprofit organization. Gillen explains they had to make cuts to accommodate their approved budget by the legislature.
But because this current contract that's going to end this month spanned 2 fiscal years, okay, the first fiscal year had a ceiling that was much different than the second fiscal year. The second fiscal year ceiling was much, much lower. Okay, so when we knew in October basically what the legislature had authorized for us to spend, we knew that ceiling was going to be lower. So rather than have the full amount that we thought we were going to have, we had to reduce it by about $220,000.
You may recall some of those cuts involved the reduction of transportation services and food service caps at all 12 of the senior citizen centers back in October. Gillen also says GARP-SPIMA prepared 3 scenarios in October that would have brought things within the new budget ceiling, but that was rejected.
When they brought those proposals to the board, apparently the board said no. They said, we have a current contract at these current rates and we're going to stay with that contract.
So Gillen says they had to talk to other providers to bring costs under control, enter a new memorandum of understanding with the Mayor's Council, which Public Health approached last month.
So we started working on it, and they were pretty receptive. So and we got them to agree to a service arrangement that would bring it within what we're estimating now is about $60,000 a month, because we only have $420,000 left starting March through September.
Gillen says GARP-SPIMA was being paid almost $80,000 a month. He adds that he's been working with these officials and even sought advice from the Attorney General on the contract, but it didn't work out.
So I sought some advice from the Attorney General's office, from the Governor's Legal Counsel, and GSA, and they said the only way you could do that is to have an emergency declaration. It's kind of hard to put a drop in senior services centers as an emergency. You know, it's not like the ambulance thing.
But the deal with the mayors is not entirely set in stone. It's a 3-month deal, and another bid could go out in that time frame to carry them through the end of this fiscal year. Gillen feels it's very unfortunate with what happened to GARP-SPIMA, but underlines that public health is doing its best to live within its means.
Actually, going forward, I think if the legislature were to find additional money right now to supplement this contract with SPIMA, I don't think we could have a contract in time unless they pass a law that says we have to. The legislature can do a lot of things that we can't do, but I think it's realistic to try to stay within the budget limits. I mean, we're all aware of how serious the cash situation is with the government. We have to be careful.